Oh, they're great. They're getting up to no good. They were trying to wake me up for 3 hours. So it's pretty cute. Do you have any pets?
No, I really wish I had a cat. And even my boyfriend was like saying he wanted to give me one, and I don't know how to like. What if they die?
Well,
And seriously, how do you manage
well, you know,
working and the cat?
I just think about the next 10 to 20 years that we get to hang out. So that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but obviously, that day will come. So you just you just get a couple more kittens and you'll be fine. So yeah, with your shot, next time you can upload a version with all of the reference as well.
All of the reference.
Yeah, so just
Yeah,
just to
okay.
like,
You're right.
you know,
You're right. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
it's alright. I think for now we can just work with this one, but this one is, yeah, I think the step keys is feeling pretty awesome. Even your roll is feeling pretty good. Like it feels correct.
That? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, like this hit, and then the mount that she falls back. Excuse me. And this roll. Oops. That feels good. There might be just a little bit too much slide on the cog, just because if you look at this, it's more like rolling, and we want maybe less moving across, so like you're moving, so maybe try and keep her center of gravity around here, but make her feel like she's rolling more than she's moving. And maybe just slightly less, again, translation and just more rolling. That's about it, really. Like it's easy to fix with these two poses. So yeah, but the hit feels good.
I was thinking, maybe like one more frame where she's stuck on the wall so that I
Yeah, we can do that this pass. Because I'll get you to do one more pass this week of adding in more poses before we go into spline. So we'll just add in more in-betweens and just more detail, and then the week after we'll go into spline, I think, and then yeah, and it'll feel pretty good. And add one pose at the end too this week, where your animation can just finish, into like a settle. Yeah, kind of like, the foot coming down. So it's the same thing.
Is the foot is not touching the ground, right? Do you want me to touch the ground?
You don't have to, but I think it would. I think with your shot, it has.
I think it should.
Yeah. I think with your bounce, there's more power. So you can get close to it. At least keep it moving, down, because that's the direction you're going. And then your head will maybe just for the last frame, just kind of settle a little. or at least going in that direction. And then for the start, oh yep.
Okay. So even for the like last pose where there is a lot of roll and everything, do you want me to reduce the movement of the COG?
Yeah, you can just do a little. Everything is slowing down, so it's just a little like, going into settle. So you only have enough frames for slowing down. So she's not going to be completely still. She's just
Right.
you're letting everyone know she's kind of knocked out or ragdoll. And now we can do some stuff at the beginning. So just fix up my screen. There we go. So your thoughts on the beginning? Like, are you thinking she's sitting on it, waiting for something to happen,
Right.
and then nothing happens, and then she looks down, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
And then when she looks down, like, okay. Yeah, so we need some idle animation. So again, feel free to shoot reference of yourself. Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. And then that way you can also feel like we can get some weight into your standing. And also you'll probably feel like, let me just show you. You just feel like, so when you're kind of, it's a bit dark, isn't it? When you're like looking, just standing there, you can add in animation of when she wants it to move, right? She wants the broomstick to move, so she's gonna like lean over and tense her shoulders. You can feel she wants it to go, like, but nothing's happening. So you have to, and you'll probably act it out, and you see in your reference that you'll be doing that, like trying to.
I wasn't thinking of that much of action. I was thinking of like maybe a little less, where just she's just standing and tensing her shoulders and not doing that.
Yeah.
Getting ready, how we get ready to when we are starting a bike or something. So we just hold it and then like
you lean
get into it.
Yeah. You kind of lean forward and just prepare for that acceleration, right? So you don't fall backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Put on your helmet.
Like hold it more tightly and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, put your center of gravity down. Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, pretty much get it settled in. So you want this is where you can focus a lot on the center of gravity stuff as well, because that's important. This is where your driving force is, and it's also the center of your broomstick as well, so you can as she settles in, gravity, the legs can kind of bend a bit more. can make sure here, just when she's looking up, just her head right now just feels like it's on this angle, whereas you want it when she's looking up, just something a little bit more natural. It's just having the neck up, head up like that, which flows into a spine. And then when she looks down, yeah, this is fine. Then she can look like this, because that flows into a spine and a cog. And when she looks down, again, when you shoot reference of yourself, you're going to see that you're going to push your broomstick down. So you're probably going to just angle it like this naturally as you push your shoulders down, and your hands will push the broomstick down. So yeah, add in a few poses there would be good, and then the good stuff. So we can go so you might need, I think it'll help you to get a pose between this and this.
Okay.
So you want something like, crazy cats. Just do one more here. So I'm just trying to see like the flow of your poses. So just draw out 3, and then we can do some in-betweens. So right now it looks like that. So if you can get a pose between these two, something like, so it goes, your cog is something like that. You want, guess it's quick, so you want something here, in between's good. I wonder if you did, oh, then pushes you up, so your spine will be, because you're getting pushed up. Going up and then over, so yeah, your overlap will bend your head and your spine, like kind of go. You can, so it'll pull your legs like that. I hope these drawings aren't getting too messy now, but that's kind of like your basic spine. And then that's your next. Does that make sense? I'm trying to ghost it, yeah. So it looks,
But
yeah.
that,
So that pushes up. So that will work pretty well. And then going from this pose, they kind of work together. So maybe just that one there. You probably want, let's see if you need one here. I think these are great poses, by the way. I think they work really well. They're very clear and appealing.
thank you.
So I think these work here. You should be okay. And then I just want to make sure. Yep. Sorry, I had to double check I was recording. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, that one's good. Step down. Or maybe we can play with the arms here and the broomstick. See here, that's good pose. And then maybe on this one, we can just have it more. So broomsticks there. Maybe here just add a bit more. Just for a couple poses. Something more like that. Oops. Yeah, just those two. And maybe here just a little bit more down on the cog, just as she runs across. I'm even thinking foot like that would be pretty cool. Oops. Sorry, this frame. I'll just delete this one. Yeah, foot like that would be funnier. Like there's more drag. Goes with the spine. And even like maybe you can bring the head back a little, slightly more, and even like open up her hands here, like she's like,
Okay.
that'll be funnier.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it feels more like, whoa. You know what I mean? Best way to describe it. Whoa.
I get it.
More like less in control.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, like she's like freaking out. And same with here. Just open hand will show like she has less control, and then rotate her head back a bit more. So you want to push this curve on this pose. So get her chest overlapping, and then her hips pushed out here, then a foot there. Like, I think that's a good good line of action there. So rotate back. Yeah. So
so cool.
so yeah, this line of action, it'll feel nice. Yeah. Can you feel that? Like the acceleration, it'll feel really nice going in like that. Yeah. And then you can, that's how you explain to people that's what's happening with the poses, because people don't see breakdowns, right? Yeah, so you just sell it with the line of action. I can add in some poses in between there. So yeah, just add in betweens here in this run will be good. It'll help you a lot. So in between these two, let's get a bit closer. Like that. So it's just a basic in between. That should. Yeah, it's more like the cog, just getting that going down, but. And then one more. Yeah, one more going into here would be good. Let's use green or blue. So now you're switching, so this will go up a bit. So you're be like that. So you're coming down from here and going up because that step. Which means that foot is going. It wants to step here, and then yeah, and then that foot's coming off.
Wouldn't there be a jump like where both the legs are in the air? Is one posing around like that?
So this is just continuing your run, like your steps. That's what's happening, right? Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
In the run, there's a pose right where both the legs are up. There's no legs up in the ground. Where is it?
Oh, as in like you're thinking here, both legs in the air in the reference.
Yeah, more like a jump,
Well, yeah, that can be even the next pose. So you still need this kick, pretty much.
You need this, right?
Yeah, so you need this. This is what this pose is doing. The one in red, you're going down. You're pushing up, and then the blue one is pushing off that right leg, the extension. So it's driving that. Your cog up here, which then you have this pose. So probably the
So
next
this
one, yeah, or the one after is where you're more in the air. So let's just say it's the next one, and then next one comes down, and then next one is like that. So, and that's your previous. So maybe more even, so something like that. So if your next one, yeah, so this one could be off the ground. That's what you mean, right? And then going into the step. Yeah. So you need that. You need these two poses here before to
okay.
really like, you know, your step push, and then you need that extension.
Mm-hmm.
That straight leg sells
Mm-hmm.
this jump, and then goes down into that. Yeah. So you are correct. Yes. Good job. Yeah, you can really feel like now she does the dash across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Looks cool, right?
Yeah.
And then even one more pose just before, one more pose after this one. That other leg was straightened, going into this
I do
pose.
it. Don't try it. I do it.
Oh yeah, I'll let you do it. Yep, I can't do everything for you. But yes, it's good. Coffee. Do you drink chai?
Chai. Oh,
Yeah.
you know chai.
Yeah.
Oh, you will remember. Of course you know chai.
I drank
No,
it
I
like
have not found.
3 times a day or something when I was there.
Coffee?
Chai. Chai,
Really? You like this?
yeah, so good.
Yeah. I don't like it.
And then from this straight leg, from this pose, this is where you, when you go into this turn, you have to make sure, because everything right now is coming from here, right? So all your motion. So you have to make sure the next few poses, you feel that settle. So that's why you need to make her feel like all that energy is still coming over, but she's trying to stop that energy.
Okay.
So everything is still like, momentum's carrying over, but now she's trying to turn, and she has to stop that momentum. So you just need to do that in poses, like just her slightly lower, the center of gravity, her arm out, her leg out. And even like, you know, so this pose feels better. She probably needs to be just slightly more bent over. And her foot. Actually, that pose better. here should be more bent over. And be careful her foot doesn't just slide across. You have to keep it planted here.
Okay, I thought she was jumping.
Alright, if she was hopping, she would keep going left, screen right.
Oh,
Like
right.
she would go dunk, dunk, and slow down. This is the
Right.
footsteps. And then from here she would pose, like.
And so by that pose she has planted her feet, right?
Yeah, so you can slide it, but it has to go this way until it stops. Yeah.
Got it.
And then when she's like settling, actually I think she would probably lean the other way, screen right, just when she stops. So it's like
Windows.
so she would, so towards her, so if she's coming from this way, right, left, so she's coming like, this is her coming from screen left, and then to stop, when her center of gravity stops, she still has to like
Oh, yeah.
overlap, right, because that's the energy, like,
Right.
so yeah, so that's the physics, right, and we need to show that through just through her resting and then overlapping. So her center of gravity, let's say it stops here, and then that's her coming over. And then when it's time to stop, then she has to maybe show up with a little bit of just like lean over and then come back.
Okay.
So
her legs would still be planted, right?
yeah, her leg would be planted. You just need to push her center of gravity down to absorb that. So like you said, she can hop, which is good, and then just like just even put her lower, maybe slightly lower, bend the knee. See how that feels, and then her arm will go up. Like, try that, see if it doesn't look too comedic, but
It should look good, I think.
yeah.
And then I was thinking, won't there be like, won't we need more time for this to
Yeah, if you need more timing, then yeah, add it in, then slide your animation, give it space. It'd be nice to have that extra beat, because I think just to show this was a quick acceleration as well. Like this run is pretty fast, so you might need this settle, and then yeah, just throw in a few more frames, maybe about even up to 15, 10, 15, maybe 10.
Good.
Try
That
between
long?
just because Okay, try 10 first and see how it feels. Only because you want anticipation, or you want settle. Like when things don't settle with enough time, it feels like it's very CG. So you need frames to really just make it feel heavy. So even if you need 15, give it 15. Because when you're going from this pose, you still need to get to this pose. So you want some nice, let me draw it in. You want some nice overlap and in between frames. So let me just draw something in for you. So to get from that pose, you want something cool, which requires frames. So let's just say you even want a mini like drawing 2 frames of each other, but you want something like that, and that's the arms, flying forward. Or even if you need something like that but more forward, so the spine again, the change. Yeah, and then that's the arms coming back as she settles forward. So you want something that continues that overlap. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So that'll be so that's where the extra frames are needed, just for that nice settle. Instead of just going run in and then turn, you won't wait and then come back down, and then you'll feel nice and heavy and appealing as well. So I like this anticipation you have, so going up. You might just want to keep this foot planted here. Actually, before you go up, make that broomstick just for change of shape. So angle down. So and then she can pick it up here. And then when she lifts her legs, you can get that nice. You see it in Harry Potter all the time when they lift the legs, the broomstick kind of goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get that nice dip in the air, I guess. It's almost like floating a little. So you want that nice, like, soft. And then that left leg, I think, just needs to be more relaxed. So it would drop down just a bit more like that. And then that back leg can just be more like that. and then on that angle, the broomstick can angle down again. Oh yeah, you don't need this back move here. Can you see that? You slightly go back. Oh, unless that's the camera. Or maybe that's the camera.
I think that's the camera, yeah.
Oh yeah. So with the camera, can you just add in just like cubes or something? Just to show camera movement? Yeah. In the foreground as well, maybe. I don't know, I like this pose. Just rotate her chest a bit more. Just if you're going to pull that arm out, and then show more of her hand by just rotating it to see more of the back of her hand. Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be a nicer silhouette like that.
Okay.
You can even rotate her head back a bit more. But it's, you know, it's a nice line that you have, which is cool. So you can get that hand more curved from, so say it's like, say everything's going this way,
Yeah.
and then you get that hand kind of curved from up here.
Right.
You could even get away from, see how you have a bend in the elbow and the hand? You can get away from that in these quick poses, in these smear frames. You can just, I don't know if your rig allows you, but you can just make it like a straight line and get these nice curves. Yeah. And it'll just feel really nice.
Yeah.
Even on the feet here.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Like loosen it up. And you can even bend the feet here and just get this, if you think about it graphically in just a line and shape, it's just one curve and then one arrow. That's how I see it. Which means the next frame has to be the opposite way. You know, that's but unless there's a wall, so, but yeah, it would be like that. And that's how you get like, that's how you tell contrast in animation. You always have to change the shape. Even on impact frames, you can have you might even be able to just go from this frame to this frame without this in-between frame. So if you create these nice lines, and if it goes very quick, our brain is able to pick it up. So go from this frame, this shape. Let's just get rid of these. And then from here you continue that. So say your knee hits. You can still have half of the body, you know, still peeling and catching up. You can have the arm still coming in. Even the head, and then this arm can already hit the wall like you do. Actually, even here you can squash the head. Squash the arm, squash the head, but have one arm. Maybe this leg more squashed, but the foot sticking out. I like this pose. What? I like it. You're like,
I'm not really sure about the arms, you know.
it's like you're waiting for bad news. Okay. And but actually, I was gonna say, so keep this frame here, this pose, but this pose, say here, it's good you have the head back like the reference.
Okay.
Your arms will probably be a bit straighter too, but the arms are fine. Just have one frame where the head is peeling off here, this pose.
Okay.
So I think like that would work. Actually be just a bit higher. Just going from yeah, like that. Okay, let's add more. Whoops. And the legs flattened, or at least yeah, your arms are fine here. They just, you know, they can start to straighten as they fall backwards. So the next pose would be from here. You would, let's see, so we end up here. so your arms will just straighten out a little as you start to fall back. Maybe there's one more frame of, actually no, I think the spine will start to curve this way. So as you're falling, you'll kind of curve that way. What's up, mate?
You have a dog outside?
No, that the cat is coughing up some hair or something.
Okay, that's a cat.
It sounds like
Sounds
it.
like a dog.
He's never made that sound before.
That's good. But I didn't say no.
Should I give him a treat or help him push it through or something? Well, he's got to give up smoking, I think.
We should teach him that.
Smoking cat. That's expensive. Cigarettes now are like probably almost $30 a carton or something. It's a lot. But I think there's heaps of poses here, actually.
Where? In the beginning?
What's that?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, how would the legs go about,
At the
yeah,
end?
when she's, like, falling, bouncing off the wall?
Okay, like
between this and the next one.
around here?
Because the legs are so close to the ground, you know.
Yeah, so you would, from here, the legs have come in from all the force,
Mm-hmm.
and then here's the wall. You probably just look like this from here.
And plus, they have this broom between them as well. So,
Yeah, I'll show you with one leg, and then you can see.
okay.
So it hits, and then you even need that one more frame here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this would fold up because of all the force. So it would be. I'm trying to make it clean. Fold up. And then maybe this one is still coming down. And then here it can like kind of place itself on the floor.
It won't because like, they're too long. It would intersect with the ground.
Alright, well in that case you can push it all the way down to wherever it's gonna like hit the ground. So if it's still bent here, you can just put it on the ground here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna. Is that your cat?
Nope, that's not it.
That's a human.
That's a human, yeah.
So you can just place the foot wherever it reaches on the ground here. And then from here go into the next pose. Oops. And then you just and then from here this is falling. You can kind of straighten out here, or even because you got to bunch up, actually your leg is folding, so you can start to curl up and just fall into this. You know, it's pretty yeah, it's nothing too complex, you know. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Yeah, you just, maybe it might need some bend here. Maybe your foot's gonna be too long, your leg's gonna be too long, so maybe it might look like that. But if you have to do it that way, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, and then roll it across without translating too much.
Okay. Like overall, I have to reduce the translation, right?
Do less translation. So get her from this pose. So this feels good, but you just want to get more. So when she ends up here, maybe she would be more, because she starts over here, maybe she's more like this.
Okay.
It's more about rolling than moving down. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you want it, so it feels correct, like it's not you know, like she's falling on ice and then sliding. Like here she feels like she's rolling. She doesn't like slide across. Yeah, that's what you want to feel like it's nice, just solid surface that's not slippery.
Okay.
But
so even there, you know, in the last course, there I would have to reduce it, right?
yeah, she would be over. Yep, she would be over here, maybe around here.
Okay.
And then maybe she would have rolled like that. Yeah, think of it like a cylinder just rolling. But obviously the cylinder has, you gotta break that up to chest, head. Yeah.
What did you draw with it?
What's that? Where?
What did you draw? I didn't get it.
Alright, so I drew like I was trying to show you a cylinder. Let's undo.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to show you that it's a cylinder. That's a body rotating like a cylinder.
Okay.
But then I drew in like, I was saying like that's a chest, because you know, make sure it's not one piece, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, I got
it is like getting complicated. There's lots of drawings here. So, but that's it really. I think these will help a lot. Oh wait, what's going on? Yeah, it feels great with the drawings. It feels very loose now.
Yeah, yes, yes.
And it also gives you ideas for smear frames later on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other questions? I think that's pretty thorough. So, very detailed. Yeah. Do you have any other questions before I let you go?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll finish it and let you know.
Yeah. Send it my way. Best of luck.
I will as soon as possible.
Sure, will do. And I'm guessing you can't make it to the webinar because it's your bedtime.
Is it? What time is it?
It starts at 11:30, so 2 hours here. In 2 hours.
My time is in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I can do it.
Cool.
No, that's not my bedtime. That's my work time.
Ah, well,
Work
if
is
you
my
can
time.
make it, yeah. Join
I
us and
should. I would. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Seems interesting, no?
Yeah, they're all interesting.
This one especially.
Cool. Alright then, I'll see you there, hopefully.
Yeah, sure.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
I'll chat to you soon. Good work.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.